but it's a pretty powerful strike, I tell you, if he can really connect. Good jab there, Fury. Misses once again, and again, Wilder. Fury nods to his corner as much as to say, I'm in control. Here again, action up that lovely right hand from Fury.
Well, great posture, Joe, from Fury, really was. That right hand there, that sort of set a fire under Johnny Wilder, and then he really went to the attack. But for me, he couldn't just land the shots he wanted to. Frustration was starting to creep into Johnny Wilder now. They're not real good enough,
just claiming the rounds, and he's schooling
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catcher signal for and take it.
Maybe, despite the ever-present danger from Wilder, Fury is starting to dominate.
You go back about, your power gets you over trouble, your power hides your technical deficiencies at times. But when you can't let your power tell, then see in the future, but when you can't, you haven't learned the truth, you haven't learned the fundamentals. I think that might be happening tonight with Wilder, but Wilder goes down kind of a higher pace.
Fury said, what are you going to say if when I went
What the hell?
And he said, I'm going to say, I told you so. I told you this was how it was going to be. Hey, go! Wilder still trying to sucker him in, still trying to create an opening for that big right hand.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good work from Fury and good football as well. Hey, Wilder missed there, I think, Harry.
He was shooting with the right hand, John.
Did he? It's only a glancing one, and he was.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's throwing Wilder over him. A rather interesting British heavyweight.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Do against these two guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they have that one snipped up. Excellent run blitz. They stopped that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task. Complete your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Quality shot from Fury.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Still there. Is he just starting to push the punches out a bit more?
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart.
Oh, wow.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Spots well, there's a decent left hook from Wilder, but only a single shot, but still the right hand and the left hook. Misses again, he takes the right hand right on the bell, and then looks at him, punches his own hand as much as to say, it's done nothing. Another Fury round.
Clearly another Fury round.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here's a good little finish here from Wilder at the end.
Only 4 rounds left. Kelly Dinglesby.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Cobbs, right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Cross to the other side of the Atlantic, and the Fury looks as though he's heading for victory. In the 9th round.
Looks as though. I think
He'll take one shot. And there's always that caveat.
in this weight, but against this fighter,
Murray's got it.
He'll look to throw. And he throws him off.
4 rounds to go.
Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps an opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hugely. This is the moment to choose for Fury. This is where he has to find a way.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, that's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Bad move.
But he hasn't been able to take him out for now. Fury's still there.
taking a bit of a breather.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Preston trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. Past the 20. 10.
Fucking tight end, bro.
A big play there. 79 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
Right,
and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down. To throw here. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A second down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Gun. 46.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Gun. Gun. 46. Go. Get out there. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
26. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big 30-yard play on third. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
The toss play, Stewart. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 85 yards. And the Redskins are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
26!
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, It is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now Stewart on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hot! Hot!
The handoff comes to Stewart. And he's got Rome. The 20. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Back 99
third down. It's Stewart. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, Prescott stripped. Flushed out right. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 26.
Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now back to throw. This one caught by Crowder. A good pickup there, a 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Over, 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 over.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take
Catch
away
the
all
ball.
the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Hey, here we go. 186.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go. Get out. 186.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And that is no good. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there. See how that recipe works. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got 3. 26. 26.
Second down, Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter. Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one. Has that happened to you before? No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here. And the blitz does come. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first. Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area. He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line. Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. So
Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This is Stewart again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And a job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. All
right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. Give him 30 yards there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Switch and X. Here we go. Sliding.
Prescott looks to throw on first, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Kill. 26.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott steps away to his left. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
26.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Buying time to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Prescott. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a carry for P. Ryan. 5 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. A second time. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's P-Run. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, here's P-Ryan. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Stewart. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hey, 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 hey! 4 down, 4 down, 4 down! Over!
He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll go to P-Ryan, trying to pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Prescott to throw.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Redskins, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.